The New Venusian Timelines, Preparing for 2027. Welcome to a two-part series on the New Venusian Timelines and the prophecies of 2027. Today I want to share something that I find genuinely extraordinary, a convergence of energies pointing toward 2027 that, when you begin to see how many completely independent wisdom traditions and systems are gesturing toward the same moment, becomes almost impossible to ignore. We will be looking at this primarily through the lens of Vedic astrology, but we will also be drawing threads from Tibetan Buddhist Tantra, indigenous Mesoamerican traditions, and several modern evolutionary systems. What is remarkable is not that one system says something interesting about 2027, it is that so many say something in their own language, from their own lineage, and that what they say is deeply, resonantly coherent. These planetary movements and prophecies are invitations, doorways that the cosmos opens. Whether we walk through them depends entirely on the work we are willing to do. So let's look at what is unfolding. In this video, we will take a brief look at a few interesting astrological influences to know about for the coming year. In the next video, we will look at how this is showing up in prophecies around the world. The backdrop: Venus and the shadow we are leaving. To understand where we are going, we need to briefly acknowledge where we have been. For some years now, there has been a particular flavor of spirituality that has dominated our collective landscape, what we might gently call spiritual materialism. A preoccupation with beauty, luxury, embodiment, desire, and self-expression dressed in the language of awakening, neo-tantra, goddess archetypes, manifestation culture, the performance of vulnerability on social media. These things are not without value, but as a destination, they keep us circling the lower expressions of Venusian energy, the shadow side of Shukra, the planet of love and beauty in Vedic astrology, and the cosmos, as always, responds. In January 2025, there was a potent Venus-Saturn conjunction in the nakshatra of Purva Bhadrapada, the burning star. Saturn, the great taskmaster, met Venus at a crossroads and asked, "Which path are you choosing? The path of the superficial or the path of genuine transformation?" Many people felt that energy as a sobering, a calling to something more real, more rigorous, more devoted. That conjunction planted a seed. What is now unfolding is the flowering of it. What we have been noticing in many people's charts is a rite of initiation that they are undergoing in this year and 2025 that is changing their motivations and preparing them for a deeper spiritual pathway. What we have seen is a lot of people seem to be coming online more deeply in 2027. Here we will look more at this unfolding gateway and how it is showing up in the collective. Jupiter exalted in Cancer. The preparation, June to October 2026. From early June 2026, we have one of the most auspicious placements in the entire astrological cycle. Jupiter exalted in Cancer. In Vedic astrology, Jupiter in Cancer is its sign of exaltation, the place where his qualities of wisdom, grace, dharma, and expansion find their most complete and nourishing expression. Cancer is the sign of the mother, of home, of deep roots, of emotional intelligence and care. When the great benefic, the guru of the devas, comes to rest here, it creates conditions for a profound deepening of spiritual foundations. Think of this period as a time of sacred nourishment. Jupiter in Cancer asks us to tend to our roots, our inner life, our relationship with the divine, our connection to lineage and teaching. This is not the energy of dramatic peak experiences. It is quieter and more lasting than that. It is the energy of the river deepening its bed. This is an extraordinarily favorable time for deep study, going deeper with a teaching or lineage that genuinely feeds you. For authentic service, as Jupiter in Cancer has a naturally maternal, generous quality and amplifies real acts of community care. For healing the emotional body, the Cancerian waters offer genuine opportunity to process what has been held and to receive the nourishment that perhaps has been missing. And, crucially, for preparing. because Jupiter in Cancer is building something. It is laying the groundwork for what 2027 will ask of us, and 2027 is asking for a great deal. The Jupiter-Ketu conjunction, the heart of 2027. As we move into 2027, Jupiter, still carrying the blessings of its exaltation journey, will come into conjunction with Ketu, the south node of the moon. Ketu is one of the most profound and misunderstood forces in Vedic astrology. He is the headless node, the part of the chart that points inward, toward dissolution, toward what lies beyond the realm of the material. Ketu is the moksha karaka, the significator of liberation. He cares nothing for worldly success, for recognition, for the trappings of ego. What Ketu wants is truth. What Ketu does is strip away. When the most expansive, wise, and dharmic planet, Jupiter, meets the great liberator, Ketu, the result is something quite rare and precious. This is not the energy of worldly breakthrough. It is the energy of interior breakthrough, of genuine spiritual fortitude, of the kind of quiet, unshakable realization that has nothing to do with how many followers one has or how beautifully curated one's spiritual identity is. The Jupiter-Ketu conjunction cuts through all of that. For those who have done the preparation, who have used Jupiter's exaltation in Cancer to deepen their roots, to serve, to study, to genuinely tame something of the ego, this conjunction can be profoundly liberating. Old karmas become visible and releasable. Past life gifts and capacities surface naturally. There's a sense of being called to something larger than the personal self, and having the dharmic strength to answer that call. For those still circling the Venusian shadow, the comfort, the performance, the seeking of validation, this conjunction may feel more confronting. Because Ketu does not flatter. He illuminates the wider 2027 sky. The Jupiter-Ketu conjunction does not stand alone. The broader astrology of 2027 reinforces this theme from multiple directions. Saturn moves into Pisces and the nakshatra of Revati, the star of wealth, but wealth understood in its most expanded sense, abundance of spirit, completion of a cycle, the seeding of the next. Revati carries an energy of liberation, of arriving at the end of a long journey and finding, at last, that the destination was always within. Saturn here brings the discipline and dedication that genuine spiritual completion requires. Rahu moves into Shravana, the star of listening. There is a collective hunger for truth, for authentic knowledge, for teachers who actually have something real to transmit. The age of the spiritual entertainer begins to give way to the age of the genuine student. Ketu moves through Pushya, the star of nourishment. There is a deep karmic review of what it truly means to give and receive care. True nourishment, it turns out, is not self-indulgence. It is the devoted tending of others, the shift from receiving to giving as the primary spiritual orientation. This is just the tip of the iceberg that we have been presenting here in terms of what is unfolding astrologically. However, we hope it maybe begins to explain some of your own observations and processes of recent times. Please remember to like and subscribe, as in the next video we will be looking at the many cosmologies and prophecies that are converging for 2027. If you would like to elevate your own path, do get in touch with Dharma Stars if you would like some multifaceted, multidimensional guidance to help you on your metaphysical journey. We look forward to weaving with you again soon.